Boom, what's up guys, it's your boy Babour Zainullah again with another banger. Today's episode is going to be about the small little RGB light on my right, ULANZI. Let's get it. Here's the light, it's a small little light. I'm going to talk about pros and cons. Personally, I think there's more pros than cons, so I'm going to start with pros. First one is the price. The price on this guy, when I bought it, was $35 plus tax. It came up to $41, I think, in Canada, Toronto. And compared to Aperture MC or Kodaks or small rig RGB lights, it is a little smaller, but the price-wise, for that one of them, you can buy 3 of these, which is absolutely amazing from my opinion. That's one of the pros. And as you guys know me, I always talk about like the cheapest but very useful items that you can get as a videographer or cinematographer. That's number one pros. Second one is the battery life. The battery life on this guy, I bought first one, this one, like, okay, let me try it out, how it's gonna last, how, like, you know, all those things. I bought it, I tried it out, and I kept it in my room for like turned on 100% on RGB colors, and it lasted for 3 hours and 20 something minutes, which is amazing. I thought it was gonna last like 2 hours max, but it lasted actually for quite a while. I know Aperture MCs last like 4.5 hours. Obviously, it's brand name, so they have to, like, you know, keep it up, keep that brand name up. But even for this like a small brand, ULANZI, like I never heard about them before, but they still did a really good job. That's another thing, the battery life. Third thing about this guy is he also has magnets. Magnets on both sides, right here on 2 corners. It's not as strong as Aperture MCs, but it still works. It still does the job. Like if you put it somewhere where the magnets are, it still holds it because the actual light is pretty light. Number 4 pros about this light would be a diffuser. As you can see, there's this little white part, right? A lot of lights, RGB lights, are come out without these. Like for example, Aperture MCs, Kodaks, or small rigs. Those are the like main ones that I know. They all come out with like just like straight lighting, and you can see those lights inside, right? But this guy has this, ULANZI made this diffuser right here. The good thing about that is you don't have to like diffuse it as much, you know what I mean? It's, even if you turn it on, it won't be as harsh. Like it will be literally slightly diffused, you know what I mean? It's a great look. I personally like it because I used it on one of my shoots the other week, and I had to use it in the background. I used it on, like, I put it on daylight colors and I put it on the back. It looks amazing. It looks perfect because it's already diffused. Other ones are like Aperture MCs comes with the rubber diffuser where you have to put it on. Obviously, I think it's also better, but it's also extra headache. So I would actually prefer this on a lot of small RGB lights. That's another pros that I personally find really amazing. Another pros about this guy is that it has 2 3.5 rods. I know it might be super simple things for a lot of people out there, like all the Aperture or like Kodaks lights or whatever lights have these things, but this is so cool because you can put it on this way or like sideways, and it's super small. And also it looks like a tube, right? Because I try to attach multiple of them together, like 2 3 of them, because I have 4 of these. I try to attach them and make it like a tube, which did work, but it had lines, so it didn't work as good as I thought it would. Also, it has a lot of like effects, fireworks, ambulance, like there's 12 or 10 effects, and I actually don't use any one of them. I just keep it on a similar, like, one continuous lighting. That's mostly I use. Maybe in the future I probably will use TV or like lighting or whatever, but so far I haven't used any one of those. So last pros is for this guy, I think it's a USB-C charger. A lot of things have nowadays USB-C charger, but this specific lighting, I really like this because it charges quick, super fast. Like you can keep it for 15 minutes and it will last you for another 30 minutes, which is amazing. And also if you have portable power banks, you can keep it on and it will last you for like days, which is, I think from my opinion, is awesome. That way you can just leave it on and don't worry about it, forget about it, and it will still keep it on, because while you setting up the set with the lighting, it can be quite useful. Alright, those are all the pros, and now we're going to talk about cons. One of the cons about this guy is the plastic cover. Not the cover, but like overall item doesn't feel as expensive. Obviously it's not expensive, that's the whole point. $35, they probably didn't want to spend that much money, but at the end of the day, you still want to make it feel like it's a good item that you want to have. It's very well built. Like I dropped that one a couple of times because I had it for longest, but it's still a plastic. Like you won't feel safe if you drop it more than like 2-3 times. Obviously I'm not saying like go around and keep throwing it, but if you drop it multiple times, I feel like it will break maybe this diffuser part, or even like some of the buttons, they're clicky, but I feel like after a while they might be, you know, they might get overused. So that one of the cons about this specific lighting. Another con about this specific item is that it doesn't have an app. Like, you might be thinking I'm nitpicking, but a lot of items nowadays have an app. Like, especially when it comes to RGB lighting, it's super useful because that way you don't have to go towards it and then keep pressing or clicking random stuff and to get that specific lighting or specific effect. You just go through the app and do it like that way. Like, this guy has an app, my RGB light in the background has an app, like even this, my key lighting has an app, and everything has an app. But this guy, obviously it's not a well-known brand yet. I'm guessing in the future they might have it, but if they did, that would, like, I think it would be the perfect item. I'll probably buy like 10 of these, because that way maybe you can put them, like I said earlier, you can put them all the lights together and make a tube light and all those things, you know what I mean? But otherwise, that's another bummer, because you have to go to the back, press it, change like a bunch of settings to make a specific lighting color or whatever. It's a headache. So that would be another con about this. All right, so those were all the pros and cons about the small RGB light by ULANZI. Hopefully I'm not butchering the name, but I just wanted to say that this video is not sponsored by any means. I just like supporting items that are useful for my work, like as a filmmaker, cinematographer, videographer, whoever, or even a YouTuber. And if you're one of those people, I highly recommend that you just grab it and try it out, because it's more than half price of apertures, Kodaks, and small rig lights. And so far I've been using it for like 6 months and been doing me like nothing but good. So yeah, try it out. And even if you don't like it, if you buy it from Amazon, you can always send it back. That's all I wanted to talk to you guys about today. Hopefully it was useful, hopefully it was helpful, hopefully you guys learned something. And as always, thumbs up if you liked this, thumbs up if you loved it, and I'll see you guys on the next episode. Ciao.